welcome back to my Astro Imaging Journey channel. In this episode, I just want to describe a little personal philosophy I have, and that is, don't compare yourself to others, just compare yourself to yourself. And I try to do that with most things that I do. And let's look at track runners, right? Field and track. There's no way I'm going to run as fast as Usain Bolt, so why am I going to compare myself to him, right? All I can compare myself to is when was the last time I ran, how fast did I run, what distance did I run, and what can I do today? Can I improve and keep driving forward? And that's what I like to do with my images as well. The last episode, I post-processed M101. I have it here on the screen. To the left over here was the redo, and the right-hand side was my first attempt. Now, we can clearly see some differences. We can clearly see that I've learned that there's a few new scripts and processes I can use. For example, the dark structure enhanced script. Learned how to do better darks, and starting from some real crappy noise-filled data, I'm actually kind of pleased with both. I like elements of both, but the band across the top of the original attempt just kind of detracts from it. So I learned, use some new tools, tweak some old tools I was using with some new settings, and I get what I think is a little bit better of an image. So I like elements of both, but overall, I'll take my newest attempt. And generally, that's where I stop. When I go into an image, I do my best to not look at other people's images, because I'm not doing stuff exactly the same as everybody else. Some people are using monochrome with filters, some are using one-shot color, some are using DSLR like myself, and it's hard to look at somebody else's image and say, I want to mimic that, and then come up with that. So without knowing exactly what they did, and if you captured your own data and you're not using their data, it's entirely possible that you're going to end up with different results anyways, just in the difference in equipment. So, but what I do like to do at the end and the very beginning, so in the very beginning when I'm looking at what target do I want to shoot, I will look at other images just to get a feel for what type of structure what type of target am I looking at. I know it's going to be a galaxy, but we have the cigar galaxy. Well, that's edge on. If I didn't know and I just thought it was a galaxy, then I wouldn't know that it's edge on and how to orient it in the frame. So when I'm actually capturing the images. Now, that was early on, and I mean early on. Now with the Framing and Mosaic Wizard and Sequence Generator Pro, I don't have to look at other people's images so much nowadays. I will if it's one of those fainter targets that the image that comes up, the reference image that comes up in SGP is just too faint or washed out or what have you, to get a good indication of what I'm actually looking at. And in that case, I will go and look at some other people's images just to get that sense of what's there, so that I can frame it up for my setup. And then once I capture all the data, I don't look at anybody else's pictures. I just go with what is my data telling me, and what do my eyes see, and ultimately, what do I like? And then after I get everything said and done, then I might actually go and look at somebody else's, knowing that I've created something that I like. But let's see what other people had and see if I like what they had as well. We'll come over here, and here we have Astrobin, and this is M101, the same target, but as you can see down here, he is using filters, so he's clearly a monochrome, and he came up with an interesting image. I actually like what he did there. He's got some decent structure. The arms look good. Stars, a little bright for me. I probably would have shrunk those, but you know, I'm not. If he likes it, great. As I say in a lot of my videos, I'll do me, you do you, and we'll all be happy. So I do like him, or his image rather, and yeah, it's quite interesting. I really like those colors, but I'm not going to try to make mine look like his. We definitely have different equipment, different processing, so there's no reason for me to be down on my images based on this image. And the other thing, I don't generally go, as you can see here, I only have a few images up here on Astrobin. I'm not really into it for the APODs, you know, the astrophotograph of the days on either here or NASA or anywhere else. I just want to make pictures that I enjoy, that my family enjoys, my friends enjoy, and I enjoy the process. So I just wanted to leave that out there, that you do you, I'll do me, we'll all be happy. Try not to judge your image against somebody else's. We don't always know what that other person had. What's their experience level? What's their equipment? You know, all that good stuff. We don't always have that information, and there's no sense in us getting down on ourselves if we make something that we enjoy. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Take it, you know, this is my 2 cents and how I approach things. So, boy, those dogs are going nuts. Mailman must be here. So yeah, just my 2 cents. Let's all just be one big collective happy astro imaging family out there. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And clear skies. Have a good one. Stick around for the outro.
Thanks for watching yet another episode from the Astro Imaging Journey channel. Really appreciate your viewership. In our upper right, we have the latest video that I have posted prior to this one. Down in the lower right, we have what YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Below is a subscription link. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you so choose, ring that bell if you want to get notified of something new, and as always, thank you, clear skies. Remember to